My addiction to these Android TV boxes continues. Been years since I have used a device using an Allwinner system on a chip, and I cannot help myself for wanting to test one of the latest boxes using this system on a chip. So this is it right here. If you notice, there's really nothing on this box showing that it supports this, it supports that. So there's the front. Here's the back of the box, and that's just about all the information it has right there. It comes with a user manual. It comes with a basic infrared remote. It comes with a short HDMI cable. It comes with a power supply for the US market. If you notice, the output is a 5 volt at 1.5 amp. The box calls for 2 amp, but this only is a 1.5 amp. Here's the device itself. It's all plastic, and that's the top of it. It has one USB 2 port, and there's a reset port, and another USB 2 port, and the HDMI port. It's also got a fast Ethernet port. Now this is a fast Ethernet, not gigabit. And there is your power port. And right here is a micro SD card slot so you can expand the memory. And here is the bottom of the box. And you can see it says DC in 5 volt 2 amp, but they only provided a 1.5 amp. Okay, let's go see what this thing can do. This is it on the AliExpress website. It's a TranSpeed Android 12 using the Allwinner H618 CPU, or system on a chip. So for the 4 gigabyte and 32 gigabyte of storage is $32.94 with free shipping. So that's what I was going to show you right there. This is the interface you get when you first boot up this device. So I'll just go through briefly of what it looks like, the apps that comes installed on it. Then later on we'll go into some more details. But again, this is the TranSpeed H618 Allwinner system on a chip device. These are the settings under device preferences, and I'll just take a quick overlook of them. So you can take a look right here. This is a quick look at the display settings. So if you take a look here, there's quite a few settings. So just look closely and you can see what's available for the display settings. This little piece of information shows you which video formats that this device supports. So that's what it supports right there. There is something interesting I would like to point out on this particular device. Under the settings, the audio, this device does not support any Dolby Digital codec or any of the HD audio codecs that I can see. So this does not support any of the audio codecs. As you notice, it shows all those codecs as disabled on this device. The most important thing about these Chinese media players is the internet speed, either using Ethernet or Wi-Fi. Now here, the Ethernet 5 gigahertz band is significantly higher than the Ethernet, but the Ethernet is fast Ethernet and not gigabit Ethernet. So that's what I want to show you right here, the speeds. Okay, let's find out what this box is good for. I've been playing around with it for a couple of days now just to see what it can or cannot do. So keep watching, I will show you what it can do. Since this is a pure Android, basically a touchscreen version of Android, let's take a look at Chrome, see what that does. Okay, this is a Chrome browser. Now this is showing the remote control. This is an air mouse. This is what you have to use on this device on most applications. So that's what I'm using right there is a G30 air mouse. Okay, let's take a look at the HD Home Run app. Now that is for the over-the-air antenna reception. Okay, that plays very well on the HD Home Run application. Here's the recordings from the HD Home Run. Now this is Google Play Movies, so we're going to take a look at that. Now these are my purchased movies. Now I cannot show them very long because of the rules for YouTube. Jungle Cruise. Again, I cannot play it, but it plays in HDR. It plays in HDR10 as you see on the screen. Here we can check our calendar. Okay, that's our calendar. Here's CPU temp. 80 degrees centigrade. That's pretty high, but they don't burn up. Here's MB. And there is the guide for MB. This is EasyViz application that shows some of my EasyViz cameras. And you can see right here some of the cameras. Again, this is using my EasyViz application. Netflix does work, but it's very low resolution. It's DVD quality, and you have to use an air mouse. So I won't even bother showing you that. Paramount Plus does work. Here is Paramount Plus. Now I'm not going to play anything, but that's what the interface looks like on Paramount Plus. Photos are the photos that I have taken throughout the years, and they're posted on the Google website. So that's this application here. These are some pictures and videos that I took back in the fall when I took my trip to Kentucky. Okay, let me show you what this does. So we'll take a picture of that. Let's go to info, and it shows the location where I was at when I took the picture. So there's the location where I was at right there. Now here's another picture when I took last fall when I took a road trip across the southern and northern states. Here's the maps right there. Here's another application that shows all my photos that are stored on my Synology NAS. Now this application has some functions that you can sort by people, place, tags, videos, etc. This is YouTube in 4K at 30 frames per second. This is YouTube at 4K HDR, 60 frames per second. As you can see, it's not coming in very well, and I think this is due to low bandwidth, but I'm not positive, but I think it's the low bandwidth. Okay, as a media player, let's take a look at Kodi, last but not least. This Allwinner media player will not play the high bit rate videos because it does not have the bandwidth, because it does not have gigabit Ethernet. So it will play everything except for high bit 4K HDR videos. Here's the list of TV shows that I have recorded throughout the years. So this is just a sampling. As I stated elsewhere in the video, there is no surround sound. There is no Dolby Digital. All you get is stereo output. So there's no Dolby Digital. This is like going back 10 years when these boxes, when they first came out, they did not support Dolby Digital. So that's where we're at right now on this device. So except for the audio, it plays everything fairly well except for the high bit rate 4K HDR videos.